Saint Augustine, commentary on Psalm 134, following. All whatsoever the Lord willed, he made in the heaven and in the earth, in the sea, and in all its deep places. Verse 6. Who can comprehend these things? Who can enumerate the works of the Lord in the heaven and earth, in the sea, and in all deep places? Yet if we can't comprehend them all, we should believe and hold them without question, because whatever creature is in heaven, whatever is in earth, whatever is in the sea and in all deep places, has been made by the Lord. Raising the clouds from the ends of the earth. Verse 7. We see these works of God in his creation. For the clouds come from the ends of the earth to the midst thereof, and rain. You scan not whence they arise. Hence the prophet signifies this from the ends of the earth, whether it be from the bottom or from the circumference of the ends of the earth, whencesoever he wills he raises the clouds, only from the earth. He has made lightnings into rain, for lightnings without rain would frighten you and bestow nothing on you. He makes lightnings unto rain. It lightens, and you tremble. It rains, you rejoice. He has made lightnings unto rain. He who terrified you himself causes that you should rejoice. Who brings the winds out of his treasures, their causes are hidden, you know not whence they come. When the wind blows, you feel it, why it blows, or from what treasure of his wisdom it is brought forth, you know not. John 3:8. Yet you owe to God the worship of faith, for it would not blow unless he had bidden who made it, unless he had brought it forth who created it. We see therefore these things in that work of his. We praise, we marvel at, we bless God. Let us see what he has done among men for his people. Who smote the firstborn of Egypt, verse 8. But withal those divine doings are told which you might love, those are not told which you might fear. A tendency that also when he is angry, he does what he wills. From man even unto beast. He sends signs and wonders into the midst of you, O Egypt. Verse 9. You know, you have read what the hand of the Lord did by Moses in Egypt to crush and cast down the proud Egyptians, on Pharaoh and on all his servants. Little did he in Egypt. What did he after his people was led out thence? Who smote many nations, verse 10. Who possessed that land which God willed to give to his people, and slew mighty kings, Sihon, king of the Amorites, and Og, the king of Bashan, and all the kingdoms of Canaan. Verse 11. All these things which the psalm records simply do we read likewise in others of the Lord's books, and there the hand of the Lord is great. When you see what has been done to the wicked, take heed lest it be done to you. But when the good man sees what the wicked has suffered, let him cleanse himself from all iniquity, lest he fall into a like punishment, a like chastisement. Then you have thoroughly understood these things. What did God then? He drove out the wicked, and he gave their land for an inheritance even an inheritance to Israel, his servant. Verse 12. Then follows the loud cry of his praise. Your name, O Lord, is forever and ever. Verse 13. After all these things which you have done, for what do I see that you have done? I behold your creation which you have made in heaven. I behold this lower part where we dwell, and here I see your gifts of clouds and winds and rain. I regard your people. You led them from the house of bondage, and did signs and wonders upon their enemies. You punish those who caused them trouble. You drove the wicked from their land. You killed their kings. You gave their land to your people. I have seen all these things, and filled with joy have said, Lord, your name is forever and ever. All these things then did God overthrow in the body at that time, when our fathers were led out of the land of Egypt, in the spirit now. Nor does his hand cease until the end. Therefore, deem not that these mighty deeds of God were then finished and have ceased. Your name, O Lord, he says, is forever. Psalm 135, verse 13. That is, your loving kindness ceases not, your hand ceases not forever from doing these things, which then you did afore declare in a figure, but they are written for our admonition, on whom the end of the ages is come. 1 Corinthians 10:11. One generation and another generation, the generation by which we are made the faithful and are born again by baptism, the generation by which we shall rise again from the dead and shall live with the angels forever. Your memorial, O Lord, is above this generation and above that, for neither does he now forget to call us, nor then will he forget to crown us. The Lord has judged his people and will be called upon among his servants. Verse 14. Already has he judged the people. Say the final judgment, the people of the Jews is judged. What is judged? The just are taken away, the unjust are left. But if I lie, or am thought to lie, because I have said it is already judged, hear the Lord saying, I have come for judgment into this world, that they who see not may see, and they who see may be made blind. John chapter 9, verse 39. The proud are made blind, the lowly are enlightened, therefore he has judged his people. Isaiah spoke the judgment, and now, you house of Jacob, come you, let us walk in the light of the Lord. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 5. This is a small matter, but what follows? For he has put away his people, the house of Israel. The house of Jacob is the house of Israel, for he who is Jacob, the same is Israel. Therefore God has judged his people by separating the evil and the good. That is to say, he shall be called upon among his servants. By whom? By the Gentiles. For how were the nations who have come in by faith? For how vast are the nations who have come in by faith? How many farms and desert places now coming to us. They come thence no one can tell how numerously they would believe. We say to them, what will you? They answer, to know the glory of God.